What is going on, guys? DBG here, and if you guys watch my pack opening at the start of the year, you guys know that I have a ton of Amethyst cards. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm selling them all. I'm keeping one. I'm keeping one singular one because I think he's just way better than all the others. I'm keeping Kevin Durant, but I'm selling all the other ones. Curry, you're going to the auction house. I already sent Baron Davis to the auction house. And who else? Lillard, I know you're not an Amethyst, but you're going to the auction house. Who else is there? I don't have Giannis. Don't have Kyrie. Don't have LeBron. Kawhi for the Raptors. You're going to the auction house. Trying to think who else there is. Completely forgot. Anthony Davis. You're going to the auction house. Is that it? And again, I know you're not an Amethyst, but Paul George, you are going to the auction house. So let's see, like, I basically got rid of everything, like, of any value. Ruby cards that I still have got no value whatsoever, like the Jimmy Butler card, the Oladipo card, who I don't want at all. I'm going to get rid of Oladipo as well. Yeah. So there's a reason why I'm selling all of these cards. Alright, and I've came back a couple of hours later and all these guys have sold. So, Baron Davis 31k, Steph Curry 60k. I probably could have gotten a lot more for these yesterday. Well, a little bit more for these yesterday. I sold these all a little bit under what they were, what the asking price was for these cards. And to be completely honest, that's part of the reason why I sold all these cards. These Amethysts are going down in price. And there's actually a reason for that. And the reason for that is that the most important things in this game are tokens. They are tokens. Like, these Amethyst cards that you see in the auction house, they are not very good. I am not even joking. They are not very good. So you look at the auctions. I'm going to search auction. You look up Amethysts. And for example, the biggest example I always use is this Mabe. I think, is he the most... I'm trying to think what the most expensive card is. LeBron James, 75k. Kevin Durant 90k. I like KD, but if he's 90k, I'm selling him. Straight up. If Kevin Durant is 90k, who I have in my collection, I really, really like him, I am selling him straight away. 80k. Like, Kevin Durant is by far the best of all these Amethysts. And then there's probably Kevin Durant's the most expensive, then followed by LeBron James. So, all these cards are quite expensive. And then the next most expensive, I think, is after the small forwards, is Steph Curry, who is like, wow, he's actually gone up in price since I sold him. He's getting rarer. But like Steph Curry, say 70-ish KMT. I think I sold him for 60 something. Just look at this. Like, if you compare Steph Curry to, oh, why can't you compare cards in the auction house anymore? Basically, it's a card you get for getting 100 cards. The Daniel Gibson card. And Daniel Gibson is legitimately Steph Curry, but better. Like, better three-point shot, better dunk, better shooter, better release in my opinion. Similar ball control. Like, almost the same defensively. He's faster. And, like, he's, like, equally as good. Or has better badges, like, more gold badges. Even though Curry does have 10 bronze. So, like, there's cards like that. You look at the small forward position at Kawhi Leonard. Gerald Wallace is, like, 15k MT. Wallace is way better. Like, way better. Open shot 3 of 82. Obviously, it says here this is with the duo. I'm just going to replace him because even without the duo, it is literally the exact same. Better shot 3 than Kawhi. He's a much better defender than Kawhi. So, like, there is no point. Like, there is absolutely no point. And he's much faster, spending loads of MT on these guys. And then there's guys like Paul George who are just not very good. Paul George is not great in this game. And, to be honest, the only one of these Amethyst cards that I think is really worth using, there's two. There's Giannis. Giannis is really good. But Giannis is not that much better than the Sapphire. He's not. He's better, but he's not that much better. Like, there is, like, you could use the Amethyst or the Sapphire and not even notice that you're not using the Amethyst. The Amethyst is definitely a step up, but not worth 40k difference. And then there's obviously Jared Jeffries, who I actually believe is just a better Giannis. Like, I'm not even joking. At this stage in the game, look at this. So you replace, obviously I think Simmons is better than Giannis, which is why I have Simmons in my rotation and not Giannis. But if you replace Giannis with a power forward, Jared Jeffries, I think Jared Jeffries is similar, but better. Like, genuinely better. They are the same height. Jared Jeffries comes with 3 gold badges, which are all defensive badges, compared to 7 bronze for Giannis. Giannis obviously is a much better post hook, which isn't that relevant, to be honest. Jared Jeffries is a much better shot mid, a much better shot 3, with a much nicer, well, with arguably the nicest release in the game. Driving dunk, obviously +9 for Giannis, which is a big advantage. However, a +20 dunk tendency makes that almost the exact same. He's also got 25 contact dunk for Giannis, but again, the tendency means Jared Jeffries probably dunks as much, if not more, than Giannis. Ball control, Giannis is only 70, and I know for a fact his Amethyst can't speed boost. Rebounding, obviously Giannis is better, but Jared Jeffries feels like he's a better rebounder. Similar speed, obviously Giannis is better. The Amethyst Giannis is definitely better. But defensively, the Jared Jeffries card is way, way better than Giannis. And to be fair, like, this is me comparing him to the Sapphire Giannis. But if you compare Jared Jeffries to the Amethyst Giannis, there's honestly, like, you could argue that Jeffries is the better card again. And Jeffries is a Sapphire token reward. Any 2-guard in the game, including James Harden. Mo Peterson's better than them. Well, anyone that you can buy on the auction house, Mo Peterson's better. It's just straight up, Mo Peterson's better. And also, it's basically showing what's going to be the trend. So we've got another, on Friday, there's going to be 2 more of the historic throwback elite cards. And what we've learned from the current ones is they're better than the current Amethyst. The Amethysts are really high intangible cards. They're really not the best cards. And as the year goes on, you're going to get more Gerald Wallaces, who are better at basically everything than certain Amethyst current cards. You're going to get rubies that are much better. And if you guys have been looking at 2KMT Central, which is actually like, you guys might think I'm crazy by talking about this, but almost all the cards released this year have high intangibles. There's very few low intangible cards this year. So 2K are kind of preparing to release cards gradually throughout the year. They're going to have to start releasing some low intangible cards soon. And when those low intangible cards come, you're going to be seeing Sapphires with better stats than a lot of the Amethysts. I know I'm talking about KD, I'm just picking out KD's example, and it's probably the wrong example to use because he's the best of them all. But like, there are already point guards in this game that are lower rated and probably better than Steph Curry. Daniel Gibson is as good as Kyrie, he's as good as Steph Curry, and I've used all 3 of them. Mo Peterson's better than Harden. I've used Harden. Jared Jeffries, who I have here, is better than Giannis. I've used the Amethyst Giannis. Do not think he's enough of an upgrade from the Sapphire. I felt like they're about the same card. Jared Jeffries is better than both, in my opinion. And then Anthony Davis. Channing Frye is like a god in this game. He rebounds, he blocks shots, and he does basically what Anthony Davis does. But although Anthony Davis does do a lot of other stuff better. But to be completely honest, there's no real reason to, in my opinion, to run with any Amethyst. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking when I got Michael Finley, I said I never used any of the Amethysts, but again, there was no, I still had them, so you could say, oh, I probably used them and then put them in the auction house to wipe their stats. But I've won enough games with squads like this, 50k squads. If you guys have been watching the channel, you guys know that this is legitimately a squad that I've used for the Manute Bol gameplay. And yeah, like, this is genuinely the squad that I use. So replace player, shooting guards, Jay Rich, and start Giannis there. And actually, haven't been running Simmons a lot recently. I've been running with Shump at the 1 on the bench, and I've been running with Gerald Wallace the 4. This is legitimately the team I run most of the time. So there's no real reason. Like, you don't need those Amethysts, and it's just dead empty. It's just empty, that's just sitting there. And those cards, the market will eventually crash. Obviously, the market hasn't crashed yet. But even though, to be honest, the cards still might go up a little bit in price because they're becoming rarer and rarer. But the market's bound to crash. And when it crashes, because of the level of these cards, it's going to crash hard. And guys, I'm not going to predict a market crash. You guys don't have to sell your players. If I predicted a market crash, people started selling, I'd probably go and cause a market crash at this stage. But I'm not predicting a market crash. I'm not saying that you guys should sell your players. I'm just explaining why I've did it and why I don't believe that the high rated cards are worth picking up. In previous years, when those high rated cards are 15,000 MT, you could have a legitimate argument that they were worth keeping in your squad. But at this stage, I think for 30 plus to 50, maybe 60k MT, I honestly don't think they're even close to being worth having in your team. Especially when I think there's so many better alternatives you can pick up that are token rewards. And like even the historic players, I just think are better in the game. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.